Thanks for starting off your week with me on this 7th day of November. Of course, tomorrow, Election Day 2022. We'll talk about that briefly tonight in just a few seconds. We will as well talk about football scores from first round playoff action from Friday night, a lawsuit which has been filed challenging the residency and requirements to meet those of being a candidate for Sagersville mayor on behalf of Mayor Pete Shepard, challenging the residency, if you will, and requirements of Stanley Howard. We will also learn and talk about the hearing which has been called by Judge Childers to discuss and present information on just that front, as well as a lot of other news and information and your 7-day brought to you by Lincoln Valley RACC. However, in just a few moments when I return, we will go through the information that we have this evening, which includes funeral service announcements that have been made for 2 young McGoffin Countyans that were killed in an ATV crash over the course of the weekend. Tragic, tragic event for a lot of family and friends and the community as a whole. I'll be right back.
I'm Kelly Collins from Golden Law Office. I began my legal career in Lexington, representing some of the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided me with the inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will prepare to defend your case. I'm now taking that knowledge and returning to my hometown in eastern Kentucky to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Just as quick as one arrives, it feels like the next is already about to begin. And Conley Tire doesn't want you to start any of the driving seasons unprepared. Be safe and sound and get there with the best offers on the best tires by the best manufacturers. All with service you've grown to trust. Go to conleytire.net or stop by in Staffordsville to find out more. Or give them a call at 297-2424.
Hello, I'm John Kevin Holbrook, candidate for Circuit Judge in Johnson, Lawrence, and Martin counties. I'm running for Circuit Judge because you, the voters, deserve to decide who is best qualified to be your next Circuit Judge. I was honored to serve you as your District Judge for many years, and I'm ready, willing, and able to serve you as your next Circuit Judge. You deserve to have a candidate with several years of judicial experience for your consideration. You're hiring a Circuit Judge to serve you for the next 8 years. So please give this decision your most careful consideration. I trust your judgment as you have trusted mine. If I'm to consider myself the best candidate, it is because of my experience while serving as your district judge and since then serving as a Mountain Region assignment judge. Additionally, I served as special circuit judge in our counties in 2003. During that time, I effectively fulfilled the duties of circuit judge, so I'm most capable of doing it for you for the next 8 years. Thank you, and I trust I've earned your vote by how I've conducted myself and worked for you as your judge.
Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
My first story tonight is simply unimaginable and unfathomable, certainly for a parent, the worst fear, which has been realized not for just 1 but 2 young McGoffin Countyans, a small boy and his teenage aunt, both killed in a violent ATV crash over the course of the weekend, and another young McGoffin Countyan, as far as I understand, is still in critical condition at this hour as a result.
Saturday, November 5th, 2022, McGoffin County Dispatch notified the McGoffin County Coroner's Office of a single vehicle accident on Route 7 close to the Salt Lick entrance. It was later identified that it was a 2018 Polaris RZR, a 2-seater ATV. Upon arrival, The retrieval of Angelica Faith Rife, age 15. She was also pronounced dead. We were also told that the 4-year-old was also transported to ARH Painesville. His name is Branston Lee Hill. He was later passed away due to injuries from the accident. The driver was transported via airlifted to another medical facility. And from what I've been told, he has critical injuries. The location is in an odd spot. It's almost a straight stretch. We're kind of maybe looking at maybe speed. Just lost control of the ATV. No matter how you look at it, it's just a tragic thing for this community and for the families and friends.
15-year-old Angelica Faith Rife passed away, pronounced, as you heard Deputy Coroner Parker say, on the scene. The other fatality, little 4-year-old Branston Lee Hill, her little nephew, who was also one of the 3 occupants of the side-by-side SUV. As for the operator, as you heard as well Parker say, he was life-flighted to a trauma center, and checking in on him through friends of the family, if you will, at last report he was still in critical condition and being closely watched by his doctors and, of course, prayed for by this community and, of course, his friends and family. Angelica Faith, a student, of course, at the McGoffin County High School. Of course, McGoffin County School's out until Wednesday, but the high school issuing a statement saying, in short, for now, until classes reconvene, the faculty and students at McGoffin County High School wish to extend their deepest sympathies to the family and friends of Angelica Rife, saying Angelica was a member of their Hornet family, and they are certain that she had a bright future ahead of her. While she will be deeply missed, her memory will live on in the hearts of all those who are fortunate enough to know her. Again, funeral service were just made this afternoon in honor of the 2 young people, and I'll have those in just a few moments when we go to our obituaries following the calendar. I'm going to go ahead and pause just for a minute. I'll be right back.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Hello, McGoffin County. Matt Wireman here, asking for a second term as Judge Executive. We spent a lot of time in crisis management mode the last 4 years with the pandemic and multiple natural disasters, but my administration didn't lay down. We kept pushing to make McGoffin County the best it can be. We have repaired and improved our county roads, facilities, and parks, have a state-of-the-art 911 center, and started forever memorializing our military heroes. We have our very own animal shelter, and our horse park is now the talk of the region, drawing in riders from multiple states. And I'm sure you've noticed the inmate worker program that provides much needed, cost-effective services to our community. I'm excited to say that our industrial park will soon be classified as build ready. This is a major accomplishment, and yes, we have businesses looking to locate here. During my time as your county judge, my administration has moved our county in the right direction. We've done this by making decisions based on the best interests of the county, we've been fiscally responsible, and we've complied with the law. I want to keep our county's progress going, but I need you. We saw low voter turnout in the May primary, with elections in neighboring counties decided by just 2 votes. Your vote matters. I ask that you exercise your right to vote and cast your ballot for me to continue as Judge Executive. Thank you.
There's just no denying it. Some things you crave all year long, but some of those things you crave even more when the leaves start to change and fall and there's a chill in the air. And our famous fresh-baked chicken pot pies are at the very top of that list. They're a warm, tasty, delicious snack or a meal in its own perfect little box at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Sayersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot related, relief is just one step away.
Welcome to Hope Family Podiatry Center, where we take care of all of your podiatric needs.
Located on the Parkway next to Hope Pediatrics.
Hello, McGoffin County. I'm David Neal Howard, candidate for McGoffin County Sheriff. I want to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to come into your homes and giving me a few minutes of your valuable time. The Sheriff's Office is much bigger than one person. That is why from day one, I will be seeking out your opinion, your support, and your help, not only in dealing with our drug problems, but in every situation, to make McGoffin County a safer and a better place to live and to raise our families. Being a fourth generation raised here on my family's farm, my roots run deep here in McGoffin County. So does my passion for the people of our town. I'll make you two promises. Number one, I will always treat everyone with fairness and respect. Number two, I will work day and night to fulfill the duties of the Sheriff's Office. And on November the 8th, I humbly ask you to vote for me, David Neal Howard, as your next McGoffin County Sheriff. May God bless you and your family.
In other news tonight, there was an Amber Alert over the course of the weekend that was canceled thereafter, just in case you were wondering and following. It was issued over the weekend after a child was abducted in Martin County in the lovely community by a man identified as 25-year-old Johnny Kirk, who had taken, against the will or permission of the child's mother, his 1-year-old son. He was last seen at that time during the Amber Alert being issued in an 07 Chevy Suburban, white in color with Ohio tags. The adult and the child were both found, the child unharmed, it's my understanding, hours later in Columbus, Ohio. Tomorrow is Election Day, and it's going to be a big one, and there's already certainty here in McGoffin County that whatever happens in at least one of the races, it will not be over as of tomorrow when the votes are tallied, as a candidate for mayor is challenging the residency requirements and others of former mayor of Sayersville, Stanley Howard. We first broke the story of a challenge of this nature coming in last week's edition of the Sayersville Independent, of course, which is still on newsstands until this Thursday morning. And as of this morning, an electronic filing took place. James Pete Shepard, Mayor Pete Shepard, of course, being the petitioner, the respondents, the McGoffin County Board of Elections, and Stanley Howard. Shepard stating that Howard lives well outside the city limits of Sayersville, presenting as evidence or documentation in his filings two separate maps, one from the Kentucky Secretary of State's office, the other from the McGoffin County Property Valuation Administration office, both indicating, he says, is that the residence of Stanley Howard sits directly outside the city limit boundaries by hundreds and hundreds of feet. Shepard seeking a preliminary injunction against the McGoffin County Board of Elections, directing them not to count any votes on behalf of Stanley Howard, and also seeking a court, that being McGoffin County Circuit Court, to issue an order directing the defendant, the Board of Elections, not to certify the election results for mayor of Sayersville from tomorrow's election until this matter be fully litigated and settled. As for when that will happen, it will at least begin the day after the election, the following morning, just a short time after the petition was filed this morning by Shepard and his attorneys. Circuit Judge Kim Childers set a hearing for the matter for Wednesday morning at 11 a.m., the purpose of which to hear Shepard's petition to challenge the nomination, in which he will present the already forwarded information and any other information he has supporting his claim that Howard is ineligible to run for mayor of Sayersville based on the fact that he does not live in the city of Sayersville. As for Election Day coverage here on Your News Today, it will be live and it will be from the courthouse, and it will be exciting one way or the other regardless. So, Foothills Communications and Howard's Cable, I will be sending them the same feed as I do this program. Live results also airing on my YouTube channel, as simple as going to Your News Today by Rick Mortimer on YouTube, where you can at any time go and click and subscribe and be alerted to every show that is posted, which of course is done simultaneously when it goes out, of course, over the airwaves over our 2 local networks. So live Election Day coverage tomorrow, and as always, starting at 6-ish. Of course, the votes will start to come in soon thereafter. We'll be up and running just as soon as I can leave here. No regular show tomorrow night, but I still have to make that changeover as far as the connection is concerned. So if I'm not on exactly 6, be patient. I will be there. And even though it's just across the road, the method in which we do this is not always a guarantee. So if we lose audio or video or anything, bear with me. I can promise you we'll all be scrambling at both locations to get it back on. Last time it went off without a hitch, and I'm expecting it to do so again this time, but nevertheless, live election results here tomorrow night. An indictment returned by the current Magauffa County grand jury, football scores, and some more to talk about after tonight's community calendar. Before I talk about that, however, it's Monday night. Let's just go ahead and call it $2 billion. I mean, the latest estimate was $1.9 billion. I'm not going to be surprised if it doesn't officially hit the $2 billion mark by the time it's drawn forward at 11 o'clock tonight. But does it even matter? I mean, does it even matter? $1.9 billion. We'll round it up to 2. No one has taken the cash option. No one has taken the annuity, the opposite of that. My apologies. No one has taken the annuity, which is the payment over, of course, 30 years, since 2014 when it comes to jackpots of this size. A winner at $1.9 billion will get about $921 million. That's before taxes. You can lop another 30% or so off of that, and that's the actual cash that you would get. A mere $650 million or so. Cash up front, all free and clear. Should you win, and should you, of course, decide to take the cash option. If you don't take the cash option, just in case you win, I want you to know, just, and remember your favorite news personality, if it's me. Your first payment would likely be around $29 million the first year, $30 million the second year. By the end and 30th year, you would get about $117 million if you took the annuity. Your final payment around 2051, I think it is. So, just to keep that in mind, should you have the winning ticket. Now, from the last Powerball drawing, there were $2 million winners in Kentucky, $2 $50,000 winners in Kentucky, so some big winners already, and that would be fine with me. A lot of other important news to cover right now. Some important announcements, including a birthday. Came in Friday. I recorded the program earlier, the big Halloween extravaganza. So this birthday came in after I'd left the office. So let's begin there. Birthday wishes indeed to LaShonda, Hilton, Music, Love Daniel, Nan, family, and friends. A belated birthday wish, but an important one. Nevertheless, with lots of love to LaShonda, Hilton, Music, Love Daniel, Nan, family, and friends. Happy birthday to you, LaShonda. Happy birthday to you. Going on to the calendar, several closings to pass along from the Magauffa County Senior Citizen Center. The Senior Citizen Center will be closed tomorrow for the election. They encourage their seniors to get out and vote. For those who haven't done so absentee, the bus will be picking up and taking a shopping trip to Paintsville. They'll also be closed this Friday in lieu of it being Veterans Day, November the 11th. So please honor and remember your veterans this day, they ask. And they'll also be closed this coming Monday, the 14th, to attend the ARH JCHD World Diabetes Days. And they say that all seniors are welcome to attend with them. It is a training day for their staff. So just to let you know, you are invited, seniors. That's closed tomorrow for the election, Friday for Veterans Day, then, of course, Monday for World Diabetes Day and the events surrounding it. Christmas. Well, we got a few weeks away. Christmas in November, not so much. That is this weekend. That is this Saturday, 9 to 4 at the Magauffa County High School. Local vendors and more with cakes, candies, clothing, candles, woodwork, wreaths, and more. That is this Saturday from 9 until 4 at the McGoffin County High School. And it's not the only event that we've got like that coming up. Oh, and by the way, 100% of the vendors' fees go to support project graduation. So how cool is that? The other things we have holiday-related coming up, the Holiday Wreath Workshop, Tuesday, November the 29th, but you need to register as soon as possible. These spaces and spots are limited, and they will fill up because everyone loves this. So come and join them for some fun, making your own fresh pine wreath. $15 to register. Call the extension service 349-3216. Snacks, of course, and good ones, they always are, will be provided throughout the program. The Holiday Bazaar and Vendor Fair at the Extension Office is going to be Friday the 2nd of December, Saturday the 3rd, 10 till 3. That's usually 10 till 7 Friday, 10 till 3 on your Saturday. If you want to be a vendor, call 349-3216. And they're also having a big soup bean dinner that Friday. Eat in or carry out, just $8. And the big 4-H Country Ham event, getting ready. They're taking country ham orders at the Extension Office. The deadline to do so is December the 10th, and all orders must be paid when you place your order. All participants need to plan to be at the Extension Office on Martin Luther King Day, Monday the 16th, 10 a.m. That's for the first curing of your ham. That's right. You get to cure your own ham. This is a wildly popular event for anyone of any age. As is my calendar, right? Anytime you've got something to talk about, pass it along, and I will indeed keep everyone filled in. From there, we have to turn to obituaries this Monday, as they are nightly provided by the McGoffin County Funeral Home and their family. We begin with services to be held this Wednesday afternoon at 1 for Andy Curtis Barnett, 45 of Sagersville. He passed away Friday at his home, the son of the late Larry and Rella Kraft Barnett. He's also preceded by brother Timothy. He's survived by son Nicholas Donovan Barnett, as well as a brother Larry Thomas Barnett and sister Thelma Barnett. Services for Andy Curtis will be held Wednesday afternoon starting at 1 from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Visitation will be tomorrow evening after 5. And services have been set for, as I mentioned a few moments ago, young 15-year-old Angelica Faith Rife of Hueysville. She passed away, of course, Saturday, as we've discussed and covered. She's survived by her parents, Travis and Angie Bailey Rife, her boyfriend, C.J. Brown, a brother, Nathan Rife, sisters, Brittany Rife Brown and Judy Rife, her paternal grandmother, Shirley Rife, and maternal grandparents, Virgil and Mary Bailey. Services will start in this young lady's honor this Thursday at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation will be Wednesday from 6 to 9, and services will also begin Thursday at 1 for 4-year-old Branston Lee Hill of Hueysville. He, of course, passed away in the same accident. The son of Trevor and Brittany Rife Brown. He's survived by a brother, Kaiser, maternal grandparents Travis and Angie Rife, and paternal grandparents Charlie and Joy Brown. Again, services simultaneously will start Thursday at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home, and visitation the night prior beginning at 6.
As meth, heroin, and fentanyl have literally exploded. There's not a single person hearing this that hasn't seen a family member or friend overdose or die, or hasn't seen their loved ones' meth-covered faces, knowing that their lives are being destroyed by some dealer who could care less. In just the past 8 years, I have taken 400 cases to state and federal courts, and my cases have led to 530 indictments. Every one of these cases have been successfully prosecuted with lengthy prison sentences. Many of my cases were adopted into the federal court system for the purpose of identifying and prosecuting the suppliers bringing this poison into our counties. As a result, we have been able to document well over 1,500 pounds of meth, heroin, and fentanyl that have been stopped from entering into our area. That's the law enforcement I want to bring to McGoffin County. That's the law enforcement we must have in McGoffin County. If we cut it off at the top, the rest will follow. Less thefts and overall crimes, less deaths, and less destroyed lives and families, and fewer children who are being taken out of their homes to be raised somewhere else. On day one, I will utilize my connections with Operation Unite, the DEA, ATF, and FBI, and with federal prosecutors to work jointly to aggressively combat our war on drugs. I have nearly 34 years of extensive training and experience in law enforcement. I'm a retired Kentucky State Police Trooper and held many positions: Senior Trooper, Detective, Administrative Sergeant, Squad Sergeant, and Detective Sergeant at Pikeville and the Drug Enforcement Section. And I am currently the Narcotics Investigator at the Johnson County Sheriff's Office. State law says anyone can be sheriff with absolutely no training or experience required and do nothing but collect taxes. You only have to win an election. But I know that now more than ever what we need is the exact opposite. A fair, hard-working, understanding, sensible, and most certainly qualified sheriff is what we need. And with your support, I promise to give everyone in McGoffin County exactly that. Please join my efforts and be a part of a positive change and vote for Bill Meade, Republican candidate for McGoffin County Sheriff. Thank you very much.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy, the convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service, and the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
Hello, McGoffin County voters. My name is Andrew Reisner. I'm running for Magistrate in District 1, but I'm ready to be the voice for everybody. I filed for Magistrate team to win and help McGoffin County grow and prosper, and I'll prove it to you when I'm elected. I promise to be fair and treat everyone equal. I promise to dedicate my heart and soul on being the best magistrate for District 1 and McGoffin County. Thank you for the ones that have supported me and continue to do so. I love District 1 and McGoffin County. Vote Drew 2022.
Since I've been mayor, the city has built a new garage for the street department to house the equipment that we have invested in. 2 dump trucks, 2 zero-turn mowers, 3 pickups, a salt spreader, snow plow, and so much more when we literally, honest to goodness, had nothing more than a shovel and a weed eater when I took office. After going to a full-time police force for the first time in history, we bought 5 new vehicles for law enforcement and 5 new vehicles for the fire department, including a 24/7 EMS response vehicle to answer all emergency calls in the city. I believe that when you have an emergency, there is no reason someone with the city shouldn't be the first one there, and we are. We have worked so hard and cleaned up and recovered using every cent available, working with FEMA and the state to get back up and rebuild after the tornado, countless floods, and 2 major ice storms. We made Sayersville citizens a top priority with everything we've had. It took years of lobbying, improving ourselves as a responsible city after the previous administration left the waterworks bankrupt and a day away from shutting down, to not just keep our water turned on, but to improve our water quality to now being among the very best in the state. And we have secured over $1.2 million in funding for the water plant and a new water tank to make it all possible. Then there's almost $1.3 million coming in just a few months to improve Restaurant Row. Over $4.2 million for the Ivy Point project starting right now, and the millions spent on the Mountain Parkway expansion that didn't bypass Sayersville as they had intended. All of which took months and years of planning and dedication and collaboration with Frankfurt to become a reality. And perhaps the icing on the cake, the beautification of downtown, the flowers, markers, signage, the groups that we have working together to promote and build our Founders Day and 4th of July celebrations, all of which are unprecedented in Sayersville. And just the overall pride and honor we should all have when we and visitors pass through. My record and my opponent's record stand for themselves, and they are completely opposite. That's why I'm asking, that's why I am imploring that you not just vote for me, but also to not take Sayersville back to where my opponent left it, broke and desperate 11 years ago. That's why it is so important to come out and vote and stand up and say once and for all that Sayersville's had enough of the old self-serving politics of the past. Please come out and vote for your friend Pete Shepard, Mayor of Sayersville. Thank you for listening.
Banking from home or on the go has never been easier. and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank. If they had to pick a favorite time of the year at the seasonal shop, this would be it. They love fall and Halloween and all the things they bring. It's the perfect place for spooky and cool t-shirts and earrings to match. And the chilly weather has them ready for sweaters, long dresses, sherpas, scarves, and boots, and so much more. It's all here. The women's fall and winter fashion is gorgeous. They have styles for any event or a cozy day at home. And it is not too early to talk about Christmas. It will be here before you know it, and their elves have already started decorating. It's magical. You could be the gingerbread house queen or king at the seasonal shop. And perhaps most importantly, their open house will be November the 7th through the 12th. So mark your calendars and don't forget to join them for their annual Christmas extravaganza. It's just so much to see and experience. And it's only at Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. A single indictment returned by the City of McGoffin County Grand Jury. This man indicted for not one but 3 counts of wanton endangerment in the first degree for firing a weapon that could have, says authorities, seriously injured or worse up to 3 individuals. Sagersville City Police Officer Neil Adams presented the case before the grand jury, that of the case against Anthony Troy Garcia Jr., 36, of Sagersville, who's been indicted on 3 counts of wanton endangerment in the first degree, all, of course, Class D felonies. This stems from an investigation that goes back to February of this year, where he is alleged to have shot a gun supposedly at a dog in the Sugar Camp area off of Dixie Avenue, with the round fired from that weapon ricocheting off of a rock and then going into the house of a Joe Cantrell, according to Sagersville police, missing Cantrell by a mere 2 or 3 feet. Also why he and his wife and son were inside that residence, hence the 3 counts of wanton endangerment in the first. Now, a quick look at first-round playoff scores postseason for high school football for our 4 viewing area teams. We'll begin with McGoffin County and the Hornets, who knew what they were up against when they were on the road at Ashland Blazer this past Friday night, of course. Ashland Blazer, a now 7-4 postseason team after the win, undefeated in their class, undefeated in their district. Took out McGoffin County 49-6, the final score in first round of Class 3A 2022 UK Healthcare Sports Medicine State Football Finals this past Friday night. That means the Hornets will wrap up their season respectfully, 4 wins and 7 losses, 1 district win, 1 in, of course, their class of 3A, and, of course, all under the first year direction of Coach John DeRosset. The Hornets already, I promise you, can guarantee you, gearing up for next season. Going on over to Johnson Central and the Golden Eagles. A win for the Eagles, 36-7 over Lincoln County. They hosted first-round action. They will host second-round action this coming Friday night as well. After that 36-7 win over Lincoln County, the Golden Eagles advanced to a 9-2 run on the 2022 season. They were undefeated, of course, in their district and their class, and again hosting Wayne County this Friday night. Wayne County, as far as Class 4A standings, just a little bit behind Central. Central's 9-2 record. Wayne County coming in at 8-3 right now. Now they were 2-1 in their district. Paintsville and the Tigers picked up a win. First round play at home for Paintsville, 36-14 over Bracken County. Next round action takes them all the way to Bishop Brosart, though, for second round Class 1A football. Paintsville right now dead even with that win, 5-5 on the season. Bishop right now a 9-2 Class 1A team. We'll see how that fares. Best of luck to our Paintsville Tigers. Lawrence County and the Dogs rolled over East Carter at home in first-round action for Lawrence County. Lawrence County gets to host second-round action where Greenup County will be traveling to this Friday night for second-round action. Actually, Lawrence County and Greenup played in the regular season, Game 2 for the Bulldogs, and that was one of only 2 losses for the entire season for Lawrence County by 3, 14-17 the final score. Can you imagine how bad they want to win this second-round game in Lawrence County this Friday night? Good luck to all. Now, here's your Licking Valley RECC 7-day. Did you like today? I hope so. More sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures not in the mid and upper 70s, but a beautiful Tuesday. A really nice election day in store. And even though we see a little bit of a dip in temperatures tomorrow, we actually rebound with more sunshine on your Wednesday. I've got to be honest. I think many of you will agree. I am very saddened to have to say that this might be what you're looking at in front of you, might be the very last of this beautiful fall weather that we have so been spoiled with. We have what looks like winter showing up before the end of your 7-day, and I don't see, as of right now, any 70s, low, mid, or upper making another run at us anytime soon, and by that might mean next year. But let's talk about the good first. 41 degrees, mostly clear tonight, and northeasterly winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. A beautiful day. We've got a weak front falling from the north. We'll knock temperatures down from the low 70s to low 60s for your Tuesday, but sunny, mostly clear. A beautiful day for Election Day. Get out and vote, please. Please, please, please. Whoever you vote for, I don't care. Just get out and vote. 38 for nighttime lows tomorrow night. Upper 60s by Wednesday, still full of sunshine. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, we do hit 70, 71 or so for your Thursday, rebounding from that front. Mostly sunny skies. A beautiful Thursday start to finish. But the next scenario brings us, as you see, shower chances during the overnight, mainly after 2 a.m. Thursday night into your Friday, Veterans Day. We'll still hold on to the mid-60s, but it's the plummet thereafter. Veterans Day Friday, 65, mostly cloudy, and a good chance it's going to be a rainy one, at least showers on and off throughout the day. And then look at that. 49 and sunny on your Saturday. It's going to be clear, but it's going to be cold, or certainly the latter half of your weekend. 23 Saturday night. Sunday, 41 and 20 for your high and low. Still mostly sunny and clear and dry. Monday, low 40s, low 20s again. Still sunny and dry and calm, but cold. And that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I have a lot of things to do to start making preparations for live election results right here tomorrow from the courthouse, but right here on whatever network or medium you are so watching this show. So please join me at 6. Bear with me for a few minutes thereafter. We'll be up and running and live again from the McGoffin County Fiscal Courtroom for the announcement of the McGoffin County election results, for which I hope you will be here. And, of course, should there be any important or late-breaking election-related news that takes place tomorrow, we'll be talking about that as well when I see you next time. Thank you for watching. Good night, and see you tomorrow.